Alright everybody, I want to do a quick little update here on my progress. It's been slow, but you know, I work 10-12 hours a day. I don't get a lot of time. Usually when I do get time, it's a rain day, and of course I can't do a whole lot outside in the rain. But and I've been in between installs for customers too. Alright, I got my console mostly finished here. I can't hardly see it right now. I've got my truck junk back up again, but yeah, I've got this mostly finished. Today I'm going to work on doing my 8-inch subwoofers for mid-bass, my mid-bass woofers. I've gotten the console ready. I need to make the lid for it, and which I will. I'll make the lid. I haven't made my mind up whether I'm going to make it out of plexiglass or wood or what, but it will be an opening lid because my amps are going to go down in there. My 6.5 is going to go in those holes. My amps are going to go down in here somewhere, and possibly a third battery back here in the back. I'm not sure yet. I haven't made my mind up, but I'm going to do that. But today I'm going to work on my 8-inch subwoofer box. Our boxes. They're going to be in stereo, so I have to have 2 separate chambers for them. I have already cut the wood for these. It's not going to be anything spectacular or special, or I've cut the wood and sanded it. Forgive me, the neighbor's dog is terrible. He'll bark the whole time I'm out here. I cut the wood and I sanded it. I got the cutouts ready for the speakers. I have also cut out my backs for my 12-inch subwoofers. There's the baffles, there's the bottoms, the sides, and the other sides. These boxes are going to be 8 inches by 8 inches square by 16 inches tall, and that's going to give me the proper cubic feet that I need for my Scar Audio VVX 8-inch woofers. I cut my my subwoofer box out of birch. It looks pretty good. I felt good about it, you know, getting my cuts straight and getting the wood good or whatever. But it's going to be a different box, different for me at least. These boards here, one's the back and one's the top. I'm doing a wedge style box. Yeah. I wanted to work on this box today, but the screws that I got to mount the subwoofers aren't right. The threads were wrong. I knew they were when I picked them up, but it is what it is. I'll change them. But this is going to be the side of the box. Yeah. The way this is going to work is the woofer is going to sit back in this area right here, like this, right in there. And this is going to allow me to tilt my seat back up against there a little bit. It's going to give me more room in the back of my truck. Yeah. I don't know, it may not work out. If it don't, we'll start again. No problem. But today I'm going to glue and screw the 8-inch boxes. Somewhere I got my stuff. My whole garage, look at this place. It's a mess, man. Between all my stuff and the ministry, we don't have a whole lot of room for much. So, it is what it is. I'm alright with it. Some liquid nail, some glue. I got some more somewhere. I got another bag of it somewhere. There's my screws. My caulk guns in my truck. I need to get that out. Alright, you know, it's pretty simple. You know, I'm going to glue it and I'm going to screw it. And then I'm going to do something a little different this time. I am going to line the inside of the box with sound deadener. And I've noticed some people using rhino liner, and I've noticed some people using HVAC tape to seal it, you know. But I've been reading, and especially for mid-bass, you know, this sound deadener is 50 mil, and I'm going to use it to line the box because I'm going to be using those 8s for mid-bass, you know, and that's really what sound deadening is for, to increase mid-bass. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to line the box with this. I'm hoping it works out good. Worst thing that can happen is it can't hurt it none. So, I mean, they're just 8-inch subs, so they don't really need a whole lot of bracing. I'm not even going to brace the boxes. Not even a little bit. But I'll come back, guys, with a shot of you know, the finished boxes or whatever. I got I bought Steve Mead terminal plates for the 12-inch woofers, but I'm just gonna make my own right here. I've got my wire, got my lug crimper, and yeah, I'm just gonna do it myself and drill it. Got my drill and some drill bits. Yeah. All right, guys, I'll come back here in a little bit. All right, later. Yeah, this is my ministry truck, y'all. Yeah, this is where I go out and preach in. Check it out. Got the podium, got the big cross right there as we get it set up. Got my chairs and my tables, my generator, man. We get down on Sunday mornings, y'all. Yes, sir. All right, I got these done for now. They're rough. They're still rough. But they're gonna work. Yeah, they're gonna work. I may put some carpet on them, most likely. This wood turned out poorly. I got this wood off my job site, so it had gotten very wet, rained on and everything. It's splitting, going all crazy, man. You can see it's rough. It's rough. So we might go ahead and land these with carpet, actually. I have never carpeted before, but I think I might do that with these. Alright, but look in there. Okay, I sealed this thing up perfectly. You know, we sound deaden for acoustical value. Yeah? Okay. So, my thought is, why not sound deaden the box, man? You know, right there where the sound is the strongest. I don't know. We'll find out if it makes a difference. I've talked to some other people who thinks that it has made a difference. I talked to some who put rhino lining in them, man, and all kinds of other stuff. But, yeah, it is what it is. I think it'll be alright, matter of fact. I got my bolt holes right here, and I put them close together on purpose, so that in the future there's a company called rusound.pro. man, they're in Russia. They make some great products, and I'm waiting on them to make some terminals, some speaker terminals, so quick release, and I'm gonna get some of them, and I'll come back and I'll drill this out and put them on there. But until then, my bolts will work. Yeah, these right here. Yeah, so for now I'm gonna let that dry. I might come back and hit it with some silicone in a few places. I don't know, we'll find out. And then we'll hook them up. Yeah, alright guys, that's it for my 8s. Next will be the 12s. I'm still thinking about it. There's still a few things that I need to get. I got some bolts today. Like I said earlier, they were the wrong kind, so I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board on that. I guess I'll have to go to Lowe's and try to get some from Lowe's to get the fine thread, because all they had at Home Depot was coarse thread. So, alright guys, till then, have a good one. Yeah. Woo! Okay guys, I'm back. I'm working on this enclosure. It's a 12-inch Downfire wedge box. Okay, it's going to be down firing This is the inner baffle. It's going to be a double baffle box, sides, back, forward, obviously. I have glued it. I know the glue job is crap, guys. I get it. I'll sand a little bit of it off anyhow on the outer. Clamping it, I use my brad nailer to hold it. I glued it, brad nailed it, and clamped it. And after it dries, I'll come back with my drill and I will drill some pilot holes, yeah, and put some screws in it, just for added strength. I tried to put a better bead of glue on the inside of it. It's not too bad. It's not bad. I waited too late and it kind of started skidding up on me. I don't know if you can see that right there, but yeah, it's okay. I have the top to go on it. I'm gonna wait to do the top. I gotta make a 45-degree cut right here along this top edge, and I wanted to wait until I got this up there, just so that I could make sure and get it right, you know, and get it perfect. I wanted to make sure I got it perfect so that it would meet. Here is the top of the box, and there is the outer baffle right there. And I'm going to do something a little different, maybe. I'm not sure. These are Orions, and they come with, I don't know what to call them. God, that dog. They're little metal squares with a bolt hole in it. And what you do is you use your stencil. Here, I'll get them. I don't know if any other sub company does this, or speaker company or whatever, but Orion does it, and it's really nice, you know. It helps to hold your sub in, because, you know, these subs are 75 pounds, man. Hold on a second. Okay, so you got these little plates, and the way this works is these plates, they got a little sticky side on them. These plates screw to the bottom of these screws right there. So you drill the holes, you put the screw in it, you get these lined up, pull the screw out as you stick it to it, you know, and then when you go to mount the speaker and you put the screws in, the screws will screw into that and it'll hold it really tightly. So that'll be like last thing to do after I drill the holes for the enclosure, after I drill the baffles, and wire them up, of course, and then they'll be ready. I bought 25 feet of 10 gauge wire. I wanted to use 8 gauge, but 8 gauge wire will not work in the subs inputs. It will accept one 8 gauge input. You can't put two together. That's making it like 4 gauge. So what I'll do is I'll wire it inside the sub box with 10 gauge, and then I'll have 8 gauge wire running to the sub box, and that way I'll get plenty of power from the amp to the box, and then it'll distribute from the terminal cup to each individual speaker through 10 gauge. Yeah, but I'm contemplating cutting a design in my box, and then putting epoxy on the front of it after I cut the design in it. That's what I got that roto zip tool for. I figure that'll work pretty good to do such a thing. It'll cut a really fine line. I can draw the design out on the box, and then I can use the plunge router and cut the design out. Nothing serious, but you know, something. And then I can put epoxy over the front of the box and get some plexiglass, drill some holes in the plexiglass to start with. Put the epoxy over the box, then put the plexiglass on the epoxy, and then put either screws or bolts through the plexiglass into the wood, just to help seal it so that it'll remain sealed, because this is going to be a sealed box. And then I can put some lights in here, and I can turn the light on, man, and it'll shine forth from the box. I don't know, it's just a thought. I may not do that. I may wait and just design me another box, maybe a 4th order bandpass box. I may do it then when I get a little better. I got pretty good at cutting straight. I don't really have no table saw or nothing like that, but I'm getting better anyway. So anyway, guys, once I finish this enclosure, I'll be ready to start mounting my amps, my speakers, and running my wire. You know, not much left to do. Alright, I'll come back when I got the sub box done. Alright, guys, been working on this enclosure for my 12s. And this box is made out of birch. I'm not the carpenter, guys, but I'm doing the best I can. I've got the top piece here, lit. It's sitting right there. I done put the 45s on it. Yeah, I suck, but I'm gonna wait to install this piece right here. I want to get the speakers in here, and I want to get them drilled, and I want to get the washers and everything that hold the speakers in place. I want to get all that in there first. Make sure everything lines up really good, and then I'll come back and I'll lay this top board on this box. I started drilling some pilot holes and drilled some screws, put some screws in, you know, just for added strength. It's the first time I've ever drilled pilot holes to put screws in, but it's working. So, and I can understand the concept, you know, it keeps the wood from splitting, you know, but this birch is, you know, it's really good wood. I didn't countersink, I know. This birch is really good wood, and it's not been split, and the veneers is messed up in a couple places, but you know what, this is the bottom. Nobody's ever going to see that. This is a Downfire box. This is going to be a Downfire box, a Downfire Wedge. I think it's going to be alright. I think it's going to be alright. I brad nailed it. I glued it, then I brad nailed it, and now I'm screwing it. I'm going to screw some more. I'm going to put some in here. And some in here, and I'm gonna go around to the back side and hit the back with some. I'm gonna hit the back and with some screws right there, and then over here I'm gonna put a few screws down there, probably about I don't know what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe six screws on each side. Just to tighten it up some. This is going to be a sealed box, guys, and so that after I get the subs ready and drilled and the holes drilled to put them in, I'm going to come back and I'm going to put some sound deadener in this top portion where this crease is going to be, because I suck and I didn't cut it too good, so I'm going to use sound deadener to seal up that crease right there in that corner. And I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. We'll put some silicone on it, maybe even some putty, some wood putty afterwards. I don't know, maybe I might go it, I might not. You know, I know some guys are really all about the look, and you know, I want it to look okay, but you know, I'm more about performance than I am look. And this is the first time I've used birch, the first time I've built a box out of birch, and so you know, I'm taking a little extra care, but at the same time, you know, I'm not sweating the small stuff. Yeah. Alright, guys, I'm gonna get this box finished and get these subs installed, man, and then come back and show you how these Orions mount, so that in case anybody gets some of them, they'll know. Yeah. Alright, guys, till next time. Alright, guys, we're back today. Here's my sub. I have taken the sub and set it on the baffle, and I used a small drill bit to test the hole and get a test hole fit drilled. Yes, okay. I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna use these threaded inserts to anchor the bolts that's gonna go through and hold the subwoofer in place. Yeah, okay. The way these work is you drill a hole, and then you screw these down using an Allen wrench, and then that way you can drill through your you can screw the bolts down into it. I'm going to try to do this one-handed, guys. I'm sorry, bear with me. Alright. This is difficult. Okay. So now we use our Allen wrench, hex key, whatever you prefer to call it, and get it started. Alright, I'm going to have to try to do this way. Sorry guys, I don't have nobody to hold the camera or whatever. I picked this up from Car Audio Fabrication. Mark showed me, or made a video, and he used these threaded inserts, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try that. That's got to work pretty decent. You want to get it as flush against the wood as possible so that your subwoofer can seal. Yes? Okay. Alright. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to do all of these. There's 16 total. And I'm going to test fit my subwoofer. And if I like it, then I'm going to put the back on this box. Well, I'll wire it up. I need to drill a hole. I got a SMD terminal cup. Yeah. I'm gonna put a hole in it right here. I'm gonna put my terminal cup right there so that I can wire my subs up. Okay. And then I'll put the back plate on it, and then I'll let it dry, and hopefully it'll be ready to bump, and I'll post this video. Okay, guys. I'll come back in a few. Okay, so I got them all in, 16, all the way around. You know, originally I hadn't planned on using these things. I was going to use the hardware that came with the speaker. I'll have to sand that one a little bit. But I messed up on my box. Okay, so I double baffled it, as you can see. And the way this box is going to work, the magnets are going to be sitting right around in here somewhere. Yeah, okay. So when I got ready for this top piece, it was hitting and rubbing the magnet. So I didn't leave myself enough clearance. I made this space right here 4 inches, and I should have made it 6. Yeah, okay, hindsight's 20/20. No problem. So what I'm doing is I'm simply adding a third baffle to pull the speaker up a little bit to be able to mount it and put the top board on without hitting the baffle. I'm doing that rather than starting over and doing a whole new box because truthfully I am going to build another box, but the next box that I build for these woofers is going to be a 4th order box. Yes, I'm going to build a 4th order box. So I'm not going to build another sealed box, only to replace it with a 4th order box in the future. So for now, it is what it is. I think it'll work just fine. I am going to have one difficulty, and that's going to be this top board sealing up here. I couldn't get my cut right. For some reason, I couldn't get it right to seal properly. So I'm just going to take some sound deadener, and I'm going to stuff it up here in this corner and go all the way down with it to seal it off. I'm going to do this edge here too as well. Yeah? Alright. I'm going to get my terminal cup, and I'm going to drill a hole for it and set it. Alright, later. Alright guys, we got the, the third baffle installed. Got it glued and screwed right now. I've screwed it down to hold it and dry it. I got a pretty good bead of glue around it. You can see the glue squeezing out from it. Alright. This is the wood that come with the speaker for shipping. Yeah, this is for shipping. I had an issue, and I thought I might remove them, but you know, I'm just going to go ahead and leave them for added stability. But these little I was going to face them down, but then I thought, no, I want this wood to seal good to this wood, because I knew I had this gasket. So I'm turning the gasket up like this, with this up like that. The speaker will set down on top of that, and I'll screw it down, and it'll squash against that. And I'm more than confident that I'll have a good enough seal. Yeah. So next step will be attaching the top board here to there, and I'm going to put my terminal cup somewhere in there, and that's where I'll wire it up at. Yep. Alright, so next time. Alright guys, it's getting ready to rain, but I got the top on. It's ugly. I'm gonna have to get some more brad nails so I can brad nail this area right here. Maybe, I don't know. I think it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna put the sound deadener inside there just to make sure that I got that area right there sealed up, because this is just gonna be a simple sealed enclosure. Yeah, okay. So I got everything glued and screwed. All I gotta do now is drill a hole for my terminal cup right there, wire the subs up, slap them in there. Yeah. Alright. I'm sorry, this box is really very ugly. But it's gonna work, you know, it's gonna work. So that my next box is gonna be a 4th order box for these 2 subs. And it's, you know, this box is a little complicated for me. I mean, with the edges and the angles and everything like that. I mean, I got this one really good. This one looks nice. You know, after I clean the glue up, sand it down, it looks nice. But I just totally screwed this one up, and I really don't know how. I measured it with my angle tool. It was right. It just didn't come out. Yeah. Okay. Maybe my back piece wasn't long enough. Maybe that was the problem. Maybe my back piece needed to be longer so it can meet better. But anyway, it's all good. It's gonna seal. It don't matter. Once we get it in there and we get it installed, guys, I'll have nothing left to do. Mount the 8s in that. Mount the tweeters, man. The 6.5s in the console, and start running the wire and setting the amps. Well, alright. Got a lot of switches and a fan and other odds and ends that we'll make short videos for, okay? Alright guys, I'll come back with, I guess, update on the console. Alright man, have a good one.